So another question is, do you feel like your participation at Real Change honors who you are?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, please.
Well, say that one more time and make sure I clarify.
Do you feel that your participation at Real Change honors who you are?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because a lot of people come up to me and say, "Oh, you're such a hard worker," and then a lot of people on this side come and say, "Thank you for being here," in pose of doing other things, So that also encourages me that I don't have to stay where I am. I can move on because people steady giving me that confidence day after day after day.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else? What would you say? Do you feel like your participation at Real Change honors who you are?
Let me break this down to you. Real Change is here to help people get off the street. Real Change has helped a lot of people getting off the street and helps them put money in their pocket daily. People may look at us different, but you know what? I do Special Olympics. I don't give a damn. Look at me however you want to do it. But I will put you in your place when I feel it's time. Real Change is here for a reason. If it wouldn't be for Real Change, you wouldn't know us vendors here. So you don't want to get me started. Trust me on that.
So what I'm hearing you say is your experience is you are honored when you're here.
Yes.
And that Real Change is actually living up to its mission in your experience. Awesome. Great. Thank you.
It's a very positive beginning, and like I said, the questions that you answered, I was here last week, and so this week the questions is a little bit more clarifying, than last week, but thank you.
Anyone else want to share about what your experience has been?
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How many Real Change do you think there is right now? That man right there started.
One.
No.
No.
No. There is a Boston. There is a sister in Boston of this company that man started.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you said, Tim. Well, I'm getting my point across. Right.
Yeah.
So, why don't you try and figure out how to interview them people too?
In Boston.
Yes. And see what the difference is between the two companies.
Thank you. So another question. In what ways do Real Change services, programs, or practices do they in any way serve to disadvantage or disempower vendors inside or outside of the organization?
Repeat that again.
Yeah, it says, in what ways does Real Change services, programs, or practices disadvantage or disempower vendors inside or outside of the organization?
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Okay.
I don't think it's nothing negative about the Real Change paper.
Yeah.
Nothing
about that, but inside the organization.
Inside. Hold on. That's a whole new different topic. I'm sorry, my bad.
But
I'm sorry.
staff-wise, there is.
I know. You're right. You are 100% right, but we ain't ready for
There
that
is
yet.
one negative staff around all the time.
We ain't
They
ready.
say, I bring her in, and because she has seizure, I can't just let her sit outside or do that. But forces them become vendors right off the top. And a lot of people don't even get a chance to really ask about it. She's right up their ass. I understand it, but see, in the past, we used to have that, you know, but she wants to bring vendors in. I've seen vendors quit more often from that one staff because the way she acts towards them, like she brings herself above them. She's just thinking about money. She doesn't think about the commandeership that a lot of love friendship that a lot of vendors have. And that's our time to vent with each other before we go out on that paper spot and blow up on one of our customers. Okay? She doesn't give a damn about that. All she cares about is you're getting your ass out there selling papers. That's all she cares about. Money. But that is our time when we come in on Wednesday mornings or in the mornings to de-escalate. Let's say we had a little stressful morning, we de-escalate with the brand, talk to them and whatnot, and then we go sell the paper because it gives us time to become positive. That one staff wants to run us out that quick. And what does that do? We go out there, stop with that paper spot with a negative attitude. When you don't sell shit because you're not positive. People ain't gonna buy from you unless you're positive. And when you're negative, they don't want to. They'll walk right past you. You go to the next vendor that's positive. And that one staff doesn't care if you're positive now. She runs you up. She don't care. She don't even want to listen to half the time what you have to do. And when that happens, that's when you get blow up on a customer and look, there goes your job. Or you blow up on someone because someone does something really stupid that just hits that button and there goes your job. That's why a lot of vendors have either quit or been getting fired. It's because of that reason. I got fired. And I almost didn't come back because she didn't want to take the time to listen to me and let the ones that do have a problem, like have a mental problem, sometimes that is an issue. A lot of times don't even understand that. Like I'm bipolar. I snap that quick. You know, she found out I snap really fast, but guess what? I try to keep it to a minimum. You know, yeah, I yell. I'm not hitting someone. Everybody has a problem, but they don't look at that. A lot of us have mental problems, that's why we're here. We do this because it's easier to make money than hold a full-time job. So we make our own schedule.
I'm sorry, would you say the last thing again? We do this because?
It's easier than holding a full-time job. That we make our own schedule. You know, we don't have to be under a hand of that like that. She wants it like it's almost like a full-time job. Once you come in and get paid, basically she only wants you hanging out. You got an hour and that's it. Sometimes that's not long enough. Sometimes we need a little longer to talk to someone. But she wants in and out. That's all she wants. She won't even sit there and talk. You know, you start seeing your problem. Oh, we can deal with that later. That kind of thing. On to the next person. You know, which is back when I first started, staff used to listen to us. They sit down and talk to us. She wouldn't want to do that. You know, a lot of times when we do have a problem, like about another vendor, sometimes the staff don't even listen. And you bring it up to them, it's like, okay, and they blow it off. It seems like, because it doesn't seem like it's dealt with right then, like it should. You know, when the vendor does have a problem right there in the office, and someone says something to the staff about it, let them, oh, we'll deal with them in a minute. What the hell is that going to help? Nothing. It's going to escalate the problem because that person's still going to be on that dude or on that person, you know. And even though the person walk away, the person can still follow him. And staff not doing nothing about stuff like that, you know. Like when my ex died, one vendor stated, oh, she was a whore. Basically, she was a sleeper around. That's exactly what she said. What did staff do? Nothing. That should have been right there a termination point. Because that's slandering another vendor, one, right? Putting it in whatnot. They uncalled for it. No, they blew it up and let it go. Which is BS. You know, that kind of stuff is uncalled for, especially when she was a vendor also. And she passed away. And this other vendor, she says, just to sleep around. Like, you know, after she's dead, you want to say this? No, that's just slander. You know, they didn't do nothing to her. Nothing, not even disciplinary. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And I told staff about it. I didn't do nothing about it. That would have been, to me, it should have been disciplinary because the way she did it, she should have been disciplined for it. If everybody else gets disciplined for, oh, calling a black man, I was suspended. I was actually terminated. I just got my job back in October. But out on the street, we call, you know, if I don't know Black guy did. I mean, black. You know, so he knows I'm talking to him. You know, it's not being racial. You know, but that's how they did it when I first said it. That was being, I wasn't being politically correct on that, and that was one of the ways why I got terminated at that time. That was the first reason they terminated me. And they don't realize street attorneys and they want to turn are two different. I'm talking as a street attorney. I live on the streets. You know, I'm not sophisticated. I live in a house. Okay, I wasn't raised that way either. You know, I was raised lower level, and it was a disrespect. You know, I was describing a person. That is, if someone said describe you as a black man, would you get offended?
You know what? I've been sitting here hearing you talk, and I can relate with every word that you're saying, but what can I do?
I'm just asking, would you, if I describe you as a black man, and let's say you did something.
No,
said,
you would not the way I am right now. It wouldn't bother me at all. It wouldn't bother me at all because I can identify at this time who's mentally ill. I can identify who understand, who don't understand. See, I can make that determined because my goal is peace and love.
Exactly.
That's my goal.
But a lot of times, some staff don't want that peace. They want the conflict to bring. And it doesn't help us. We used to all sit around and vent for a little bit in the mornings before we went to work because it helped us de-escalate. Like from the week, like sometimes Wednesdays were a de-escalation morning before we went out for the beginning of the week and started a new week on the paper. Some of us would sit around and de-escalate. Early in the morning, we go get together, and then when we're at that, we still de-escalate. We're just talking about what happened during the week, whatnot. That's our time to catch up. But this one staff doesn't let us do that because that's how we all became friends and family in this place. It's basically a big family here. But the staff put themselves off. A lot of the staff put themselves up above us. Like they don't want to be a family, you know, because I think that's really what we really want. As everybody should be a family. Colors, all. Every color is a family. I got people in my family out here on the street are black. Some Samoan, but they're family. Because they're close to me. You know, these people I've known since I've been on the street. That's how we make family. That's how we bond as family out here. When you get to know someone, and you call them family or friend, you should mean it. You know, if you just want to be an acquaintance, someone else. Because this was a family at first. When this person came in, she started changing everything and making it not more family, you know, and organization that it should be. You know, if you're in a company and you've been there for a long time, they say you know the boss. You're almost like family to them. You know, you've been in there, you've been working with the boss 20 years, let's say. And what, you get invited over Christmas every year or Thanksgiving. That's like being family. You see what I'm saying? It's not like that no more.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. What I gotta say is I've been a vendor for a long time. You know, Real Change has been great for me. I can't find a better job than Real Change. Because I get to meet a lot of great people. Tim, Addis, you know, and things are never perfect. What some people don't understand is when somebody gets hired on the staff, they don't understand the life that there is. And you got to give the staff, even if they're, you know, a chance to learn, because we all make mistakes. And, you know, if staff have never been in that position, then they don't know what's in life. You know, I'm not, and as far as I'm concerned, the staff that I think that being talked about, I personally think that staff member is great. You know, I have, you know, and, you know, the thing is, I don't think that staff member, that's why that staff member is doing something else, because they don't understand the people around there. It was too much. You have to be around, and you have to be a certain person, or learn a certain thing in order to understand, you know, things don't happen right away, okay? I've been discriminated against because I have a speech impediment, okay, most of my life. I know what it's like to be different, Okay, I had to work. I graduated from Belton College with a social work business management degree. Been vendor of the year. I've never been anything of the year except for being vendor of the year at Real Change. I've never, of all the companies I've ever worked, I've never been even a month employee. Okay, you know, even though because it was all who they want. It wasn't fair. But life's never fair. This is more of a fair thing. It's more about your peers. It's more about your group that you've been around. I used to get high. I've been clean sober. It'll be 11 years on February 24th. You get what life, you know, things are not perfect. I'm homeless right now because I had a fire in my apartment. And you know what? You know, it's okay because if I was living in an apartment I was living in now, it'd be $12.50 a month compared to $907. And so I'm glad to be in the shelter out there. Sure, I sleep with 59 other guys. I'd rather sleep with 59 other women, but that's not happening. But you know, it is what it is. I probably don't know what I'm asking for at the time, but you know, I just thought sort of joking. But anyway, I think everybody Real Change is great. I've been here since 2006. Okay, I've been high and stuff. I've been suspended. Never been terminated, thank God. But I've been suspended. I can't say I would never, you know. But because I got an argument with another vendor, and it happens, you know. You don't think clearly when you're using. You know, you make your mistakes, and you live by it. You know, if it was for drug court, I would never gone to Bellevue College. I graduated drug court. You know, and the funny thing is, I waited to graduate drug court. B is because I was building up my money. I was thinking to myself, I could have graduated a long time ago, but I wasn't in a hurry. You know, everybody else was in a hurry. I was going the slow track because I knew I needed that leg up. Next thing I know, I had full-blown pneumonia July 17th, 2010, and I had full-blown MRSA on my spine. I wasn't supposed to make it, but one of my greatest people, Tim, visited me in the hospital when I was on my deathbed. I made it. I wasn't supposed to. I was dead ready to write an obituary.
Roy, can we wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. But But I'm just saying that everybody Real Change is different, and all the staff I've met that are working now are great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, I can relate to what he's saying. I can relate to what he's saying. And right now, I'm in a mental crisis with the same aspect that they're talking about. But I know with that guy right there and a lot of dedicated people like Wes and people like Willie, people who is dedicated, things is going to change. Things is going to get better. So what I do is, you know what? The best job you could have is selling Real Change papers because you can make your own hours and you could, in a lot of cases, you can set your own pay. You know, because I've been here 10 years and I know I definitely can do that for myself, working for Real Change. And it's just a self-motivated opportunity that you have for yourself. But I feel these guys' pain, but there's nothing we can do right now but wait and let our voices be heard. That's all. That's all.
So, did you want to say something?
I don't know, it's right answer. The one thing bothers me is they sweep the people camping outside the Real Change office. It's, I don't know, just, like a NIMBY kind of. It's not we stand for, it's just kind of, it contradicts, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of hypocritical. I don't know, just kind of bothered me.
It bothered you when they swept the street. Yeah.
I mean, it's, people camping out around the Real Change office.
Yeah.
It's what weird. doing what we are believing is, I don't know, it's not. No match.
What's that?
Won't match.
It doesn't match for you? Got it. Thank you. So one-
That's what he said. He said it doesn't match. What doesn't match? That the streets were swept in front of no change.
Yeah, where they were camping out in front.
Camping out.
He said he thought that was hypocritical.
Are you talking about like the porches too in the morning? Like the porches too in the morning when people are sleeping there? Is that what you're talking about?
No, they will.
Talking about the tents.
On the
Oh, the
sidewalk.
tents in front. Okay, gotcha.
Tents in front.
Hey,
For a long time we
that's what
did.
we're going for it.
They say that was a safety concern. That's what the reason why they made a
Whatever
move.
reason,
For a
yeah.
safety concern,
Right. Well,
with that block.
it came to a head. It was nobody moved to sweep to have a sweep for months, but it just started getting to be bad.
That's what I'm saying, safety
Yeah,
concern.
it escalated. Nobody wanted to do it. It was very hard for a decision to make.
Yeah.
And we didn't sweep out on the First Avenue side. That was done by somebody else. We don't know who did that.
So one more question, because we just have about 5 minutes left, right? Do you want to say something now?
I was just gonna say the whole steps thing's a fire hazard, but the tents out in front probably wasn't. But again, that's not something that I'm particularly well versed in knowing what laws actually are as far as the city of Seattle is concerned.
It really got bad when they took one of the tents, they put a tarp from the tent over to the fence. So you had to walk under the tarp to get from one side of the place to the other.
It's
Walk down the
illegal
side.
because it's obstruction of
Right.
other property.
Right. That was when it drew the line.
Okay,
Can't do that.
everyone, we got 3 minutes left.
Go.
So last question is about how does Real Change handle conflict? What's your? So I heard.
I'd say 50%. 50% out of 100.
How
They
does
could
Real
deal with
Change
it.
handle conflict when there's conflict, right? What's your experience as a vendor? Right?
Yeah, 50%, I think. I'll
It's
say.
50-50, it all depends on who you get hold of in the staff.
There you go.
have conflict.
There you
Basically,
go.
not all staff know anything about conflict. Like we do out here in the streets, that when something does blow up and we are actually, like that situation I was talking about, I didn't go to staff. I went to Lisa, my BAB board member, president. I went to her over everybody.
That's right.
You know why? She knows the streets. Okay? We have what? One staff in the that ever lived on the streets and sold the paper? Oh, three of them? Actually sold the paper.
Did I live on the streets before?
Well, I'm saying sold the paper and lived on the street.
Neil and I both.
Neil and Wes are the only two. Okay, and Neil even forgets where his roots are when it comes to that stuff. He does. Okay, he does. You know, that's one thing. He got Lisa. I went to her when that woman made that comment. I said, Lisa, deal with this. I said, before I go off and do something very bad because it was so disrespectful. She went over and dealt with it. You know. And I also went and told staff, if nothing ever happened to that person, a disciplinary, nothing, you know. See, but anybody else, it gets you into a little argument or conflict, oh, you're automatically doing disciplinary. You're going up against the board, the panel. You win or lose, whatever, automatic. But that comment, nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that, even those small ones, when someone just passed away, not even a week, she was only dead 5 days. And this woman making that comment. How disrespectful. You know, and guess what? They just, right off the shoulder. But you get over here, somebody gets in your face, and they ain't even a vendor, right? You're automatically terminated.
So how?
If you're on the paper spot and they're coming up trying to get in your face and you're trying to back away, yet they come at you aggressively and you go to defend yourself, you get automatically fired. They say, automatically fired. For something, someone else is coming at you, you're at your spot, Yet it ain't even a vendor, and they just want to start mouthing at you and coming up and getting your face. Yet you don't have time to reach for the phone and call 911 when that person's like that. And you have to get them off of you. The minute you push them or move them off of you, you're automatically terminated. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. When it ain't even got to be vendor on vendor.
Right.
You're trying to defend yourself. You have a right to defend your personal space. And your staff always want to fire a person or have them.
So Daniel.
Yo, all the time. You discipline us, but I mean, you can't discipline someone else that's not a vendor.
Daniel.
I'm just saying.
No, I have a question for you. It sounds like you.
No, it's conflict. It's doesn't happen to me.
Right. So my
question.
My question is, it sounds like that conflict was handled different than the way it was normally handled.
A lot of conflict. They terminate you just had put down.
Right. So that's my question. Like how?
See, I'm on a 3-month probation period right now because that black woman.
Right. So how?
Black men and black men. That's what I'm taking back. When I came back, that was the main thing. Because I made that remark that they have me on a 3-month probation. Period. I have to watch what I say, watch what I do. I can't have no conflict with nobody. Period. If I have one little incident, guess what? I'm terminated. Permanent this time. That's what I'm trying to say. That kind of way. You know, and when I went to staff about it, they blew that stuff off.
Right.
And that's ridiculous.
Got it. Thank you. So we are out of time.